Good evening, everyone. My name is Kerry Stranman, and I moved here from New York not quite 3 years ago after a really dark period in my life. And so I came here to California to make a fresh start, and I did all the right things. I got a great job, a purpose-oriented job. I've been a brand strategist for 20 years and finally found my home at a USM alumni-founded agency, actually, that's working on positive social impact campaigns. And I found an adorable little bungalow in Venice Beach. So it all looked great on the outside, but my inner world was not well. I was doing all the right things and, looking right on Facebook. And in fact, people on Facebook would say, "You're living the dream, Kerry. You're out there and you're doing it." But I had done all the things, going through the motions to create the new life, but I hadn't actually dealt with the issues that led to the darkness. After a while, I just was unable to live with this kind of inner emptiness. And for a long time, I was aware of USM for, maybe a year and a half. And I let the excuse of the busyness and the doing of my life kind of serve as an excuse for me not to do it. And finally, I just challenged myself to not let my life go down like that. Just to not live with that kind of inner emptiness. And so when I decided to apply to USM, even in the decision and in filling out the application, my inner world really immediately began to shift. I can tell you from the very first weekend, profound lessons about myself started to emerge. I really learned and started to work with the fact that I identified with sadness and that I was not in acceptance with the way that the world was. And so I really learned the tools and learned how to take personal responsibility for my emotional reactions. Big one for me, to learn to come into acceptance with the world the way that it is. And perhaps most importantly, learn how to be compassionate with myself. And I came to realize also, really reframing a lot of what had happened in my life, that all that loss in my family had actually afforded me opportunities for deep experiences of unconditional loving, and it had deepened my compassion and it had deepened my empathy. And I really came to realize that despite, for a long time I've been like the good girl from Ohio working on making the world better, that the best way I could be of service to the world is to really be a presence of love and to be the presence of peace. And that's been a big revelation in my life, I have to say. Also on that first weekend, it's a real doozy. I highly recommend it. We choose the quality that we want to embody, and the quality that I chose after so many years of inner darkness was light. And so I'm really proud of myself and want to acknowledge myself for being able to stand here today in front of all of you, embodying light and radiating unconditional loving to you. So I can tell you that the experiences and the tools and the education at USM are both profound and also supremely practical. I go into a business setting every day and working with major clients like Google, and I use these communication tools. They're highly effective. I've learned and chosen, I should say, to adopt a service mindset in the workplace, which gives me more peace and produces a higher quality output. And so this isn't just my assessment. This is the feedback that I'm getting from my coworkers and from my clients. So my 10-month sort of transformation at USM is, gone from being a person that identified with being a depressed person to a person who identifies with being the presence of love, and a person who's able to now see the things in the news that that I used to react to by falling into a puddle. Things like what we're witnessing going on right now with the migrant refugees, and I'm able to respond in a way where I'm sending them love and peace and being the change I want to see in the world, rather than being angry and feeling pity. So it's been quite a transformation. I'm so grateful for both those profound experiences and those practical tools, and I wake up every day with gratitude in my heart now. And this journey of awakening, as we say, it's a process, not of an event, and it continues for me, and it's certainly just making my life so much more joyous and fulfilling. So, thank you.